So what's it like to fuel an Atlas rocket for a trip to orbit?
And liftoff of the Atlas V rocket.
It takes tens of thousands of gallons of oxidizer and fuel at super cold temperatures. And here's how we do it. To lift itself off the launch pad and escape Earth's gravity, a rocket needs two things: thrust and speed. How do you get thrust and speed? With fuel. Lots of it. Fueling begins a few weeks before launch, when the commodities are delivered to the launch site. Atlas V commodities include liquid oxygen, liquid hydrogen, highly purified kerosene, or RP1, and a small amount of hydrazine. An Atlas V booster holds 49,000 gallons of LOX, 26,000 gallons of RP1, while the Centaur upper stage holds 4,000 gallons of liquid oxygen, 13,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen, and 40 gallons of hydrazine. The fuel flows from these tanks, through these lines, up to the rocket. But before we do that, we chill the line to minus 423 degrees Fahrenheit to prevent a large temperature gradient that could damage the rocket. With the commodities in place and final preps completed, the launch team clears the pad and begins the fueling process. Fueling begins at T-minus 2 hours to launch and is done remotely here at our Launch Control Center. The pipes at fill temperature, the slow fill begins. The slow fill process chills the booster and Centaur tanks to the proper temperature to avoid pressure surging or large temperature gradients. Topping and verifying tank pressures are the last steps in the fueling process. The topping process is initiated when the tanks are full and ensures that flight fuel levels are maintained. Atlas booster topping is secured for flight at T-minus 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Securing LO2 topping. Atlas tanks to flight pressure.
Followed by Centaur liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen topping at T-minus 1 minute, 50 seconds.
150.
Securing Centaur LH2. Securing Centaur LO2.
And finally, we verify Atlas tank pressure at T-minus 40 seconds, followed by Centaur tank pressures 10 seconds later. With all systems verified, we give the go for launch.
25.
Status check. Go Atlas. Go Centaur. Go L55.
5, 4, 3, 2. We have RD-180 ignition. And we have liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket carrying the NRO L55 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office.
And that's what it's like to fuel an Atlas rocket.